first one of the things I want to talk about is the highlights at the RBN Orlando chapter. So if you guys didn't know, as far you guys have been seeing me post this, showing that I was organizing for the Orlando chapter, that we will be having a meet and greet, which was this Saturday just passed. We did have that meet and greet, and we got to actually talk to a couple people who are RBN watchers, as well as people who just want to do for their community. And so it was not only a pleasure to meet them, but it was a privilege to meet them as well. And the reason being is because it was amazing, because not only were they brilliant and knowledgeable, but you could see their heart and how much they cared about the community. We actually took a selfie. I tried to record it, but my camera and I thought I recorded at least like a half of it, but at the same time, the highlights were great. And so let me just share with you guys the picture that we took. And I shared this on Twitter as well, because and I asked them their permission first before I could share it on social media. But we met, and some of the things that we talked about was what we would like to do for our community. We talked about the things that we would like to do for the community as far as the most disenfranchised. And some of the things that we also discussed were who we wanted to organize with. And that who basically meant anybody that was trying to do anything for their community, period. But at the same time, I think one of the things that we also expressed was, as long as you're respectful to people who have different beliefs, and if those beliefs didn't interfere with the liberation of marginalized groups. So that's what some of the things that we brought up. And it was beautiful because we were all in agreement. And one of the things that I wanted to stress was that this was not a top-down chapter, meaning that everything had to be democratic and had to be a consensus among all of us to what actions we did, where in the community, how we did it. And so, because ultimately, as a communist, I graduated from calling myself a socialist. Now I call myself a communist. Is that it's about the democratic process. Because if I don't like what's going on, but I don't have a say, then what good is it? I feel like an employee, and I don't want to feel like that. So that's what we did. It was amazing, and I am so grateful. What we're going to be doing is we actually also planned our first action. So our first action will be in about a month. It'll be, in about 30 days. So we're going to be handing out care packages to the homeless within the city of Orlando area. This is going to be taking place on September 23rd, which is a Saturday. And if any of you guys would like to, you guys could actually join in and come, join in at some of the locations that we'll be at and help hand out care packages, and also discuss why people are going through what they're going through. This isn't just a handing things out. It's also letting people know that, number one, it's not your fault that you're homeless. See, this is something I don't think a lot of people hear. And this needs to be pushed out to people. Number one, it is not your fault. You cannot blame your individual self on a systemic issue. And so we're also letting them know it's not their fault that they don't have health care. It's not their fault that they weren't able to get further their education, because you have these price barriers. It's paywalled to further your education. And so there's so many different things that we're going to also be doing while we're out there as well. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing, for our houseless neighbors, we actually have a fundraiser going on, and the goal is $750. We're trying to do that by Labor Day. Is it Labor Day or Memorial Day? I forget these holidays, but by the 4th, which is the first Monday in September. So if you guys would like to, you guys can go donate. The only one I have right now is via Cash App. You guys can go to $OrlandoRBN if you guys would like to. So that's what I have. And we're working on raising the money for that. Now, I also have the Cash App link. Let me see. Oh, I'll do it this way. So I also have the link as well, which is also in the description, but it's also going to be put into the chats if you guys would like to donate as well. And I talked about this on RBN on Sunday, and it was well received. I am very proud. And as far as you guys, just to let you guys know, CJ already started his. Rome has been doing his for the last 2 years with Tour for the Poor. So that's basically an RBN chapter in itself. That's basically how it birthed ours. And then you also have, so CJ, Rome, Nick is starting his. He's going to be doing school supplies for students in St. Louis. So he's raising money for that. And then just past, Sabi already did hers in Boston. So yeah, so we're doing the damn thing. We're doing as much as we can for our communities, but hopefully this inspires all of you to also get out there and do more for your communities as well. And so, yeah, I'm excited. And I hope, many of you who are in the Orlando area can help us out, maybe join. And if you guys don't want to join, that's fine. But if you guys want to come out and help us, many hands make the load light. We're also going to be doing classes, whether it be cooking classes. We're going to be doing classes on how to do ballot initiatives, which is something that I want to learn. Shout out to Roger Meadows for that. We're also want to do classes on how to apply for Medicaid, how to apply for food stamps, how to apply for Social Security, things like that. And maybe even teach a little Marxism, in there too. So we're going to be doing, all that just so that we can uplift the community from the ground up, because we all know that politicians, they don't do anything for us. And even if they do, they're crumbs. And so we can do more for ourselves than what they can do for us. So thank you so much for indulging me, everybody, on this. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too.